he got up and he was being very offensive. New kid, and he seemed crazy already. And I was like very uncomfortable with the topic. But you give people a shot and hope there's a punchline and, and whatever. But it was rough. And then it was getting more offensive. And then I'm trying to look around the room because I'm like, am I being uptight? Like, what is the line here? And so I'm looking at the other comics, and you start to see body language change, and some of the black comics are crossing their arms because they're uncomfortable with what he's saying. And I'm like, well, I have to protect the room. The room is uncomfortable. So I've given the guy the light. We're at 45 seconds, by the way. So this was not long.
It was quick. Yeah.
And I'm actually at this point legitimately sweating, my arm, and I don't even sweat, so I'm like, oh my God, right? And then he says more stuff, and I couldn't even repeat it to tell you, and I'm like freaking out, and everybody's like, come on, man, and you see people shaking their heads, and I'm like, and comics are offended.
You're like, we don't have security here.
Yeah, and I'm security, right? So I start to walk up to the stage, and right as I start to walk up, you look down to make sure your path is clear. I hear everybody scream, and I'm like, and I look up, and he has taken his pants down. So he's just out and about. That was the punchline of his racist joke, was that he was naked.
Wow.
So I threw him out. But
wow, that's funny. Hopefully you helped get his pants back on first before.
He was like, I was sort of it would probably look like a cartoon because I was like, oh, you got to go. And he's pulling him up and running away. So it was like a cartoon of a guy jumping out a window, with his pants down.
There was a dude that came over to Gibbs before the shutdown, and he did a set that was it wasn't good, and it was kind of offensive, but it was just poorly written.
Right.
And nobody was laughing. And he got really mad and started cussing at us. And then when he was done the set, he just left. This guy's insane.
I always try to get a read on those people.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah, there's some crazy ones. Luckily, once they show themselves to be crazy, I block them from the Media Box page so they can't see when things are happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten really smart with manipulating get rid of the psychos and warn the other groups. But it's not common, but it happens.
Watch out for this guy. He drops his pants.
It's more of a mental health issue, probably.
Yeah. I mean, anybody that's pulling their pants down in an open mic's got something wrong. Yeah. He ended up going to jail.
Oh, there you go.
And I did see that he did. There was that challenge where you put your arm on a burner of their stove.
My Lord.
And he put that on Facebook. So just put his arm down. So he's crazy.
Yeah, really crazy.
Yeah. That's not normal.
That's next level.
That's next level crazy.
That dude's an idiot.
But mostly we have nice people at the open
Yeah, everybody's cool. Yeah.
What's the what is it you say sometimes, or used to say? We used to say it's like a survival of the fittest kind of thing, but like
the Darwin Awards.
Yeah.
Something.
There's people that you'd think it would just be the survival of the fittest. Only the smartest and the best would still be around.
That guy's not
our society is so safe now.
Yeah.
100 years ago, those people would all be dead.
Yeah, that guy shouldn't be alive right now, right?
We protect them now.
We are definitely taking care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy should not be here.
How did his parents make a baby?
Maybe they regretted it.
When something's really wrong with you, you shouldn't be able to
procreate.
Yeah. If these two genes shouldn't mix together, I feel like the bodies should be like, nah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's an anomaly. Maybe something went wrong.
Yeah, something went wrong. Science project.
The wiring got a little messed up.
That's funny.